What's going on, Jerome's? Happy hump day out there to those who celebrate. It's time for another 7-round Vikings mock draft. So here's what's happened so far, and then we'll say, I don't know, sign Tannehill or Flacco as quarterback too. Don't care. Do not care at this point. Also, signed Jeff Okudah yesterday. It's going to be good. So let's get it on. Let's get it on. All right. It's going to be a fun one. Kind of like it today. All right. So Travis Hunter at 2. Cam Ward at 1. Membu Abdul Kader. You got Mason Graham. Will Campbell goes to the Raiders. Ty Warren goes to the Jets. Genty goes to the they just paid a running back. Yeah. Tet goes to the Saints. It's sort of interesting. I believe in Tet. I know that people are making a big deal about the 4.55 40, but I mean, speed wasn't his game. Like, you knew he was going to test in the 4.5 4.6 range. Stewart goes to the Bears, which Stewart has all the physical tools, just hasn't synced up on the field. And they're gambling, gambling, kind of like it. Michael Williams. Evan Warray goes to the Cowboys. Hadi Campbell goes to the Dolphins. Mike Green goes to... It's kind of funny he goes to the Colts because there are some shades of Dwight Freeney in terms of being an undersized edge rusher there. Based on speed, Will Johnson goes to the Falcons. Jahdae Barron goes to the Cardinals. Jelon Walker goes to the Bengals because they need as much cheap defensive help as possible. Donovan goes to the Seahawks. Kenneth Grant goes to Kenneth Grant and Vita Vea and Kalijah Kancey. Let's go. Egbuka goes to the Broncos. Simmons, Malachi, and James Pierce goes to the Packers. So Vikings sitting here at 24. I mean, there's a lot of options available. And the Vikings certainly can go defensive line, even though they've racked up and stacked up the D-line. Same thing with offensive line as well. And I don't know, like throughout the process, I've always had a soft spot for Derek Harmon, for Walter Nolan, Darius Alexander. I think I'm higher on than a lot of people. Loveland, Zabel's here too. Got a couple trade offers. Let's see. Ravens at 27. Won't be mad at that. All right, so dropping down 3 spots. It's going to cost you, Chief. So, enhance. I mean, they have an assload of late picks, and I want, give me that nut. All right, so moving down 3 spots. Not getting the second, but may as well check. All right, 91. And then I want all of your 7th rounders. 50-50 with Crystal Ball, close enough. Offer, enhance. Come on, EDC. Yeah, you know me. Oh, really? Oh, really? Fine. All right, so move down 3 spots for a 3rd round pick and 2 7th rounders, it looks like. All right, so they took Amari Hampton. Amari Hampton and Derrick Henry, kind of like that. Tyler Booker goes. Walter Nolan at 26. So now, if you're the Vikings, we got one trade offer just in case. Saints at 40, no. FU into the Sun. I mean, Banks. You do have Banks transitioning inside, which is always a concern. LB3 is certainly there, and I think that he could be a sleeper where I understand why Burden is a little bit polarizing because he was outside of the first round of Daniel Jeremiah and Mel Kiper's latest mock draft. I know that the draft community is really high on him. I know that you're betting on tools, you're betting on yards after catch, you're betting on him in space. I think Burden's going to fall into the spot where he's he's not a number 1. He's a good number 2. He's a really good wide receiver 3. All right, so that's what makes him appealing about the Vikings. Harmon is there. Do just not overthink this because, I mean, Derek Harmon is just a dude. He's just a dude, man. Like the shades of Cameron Hayward are there. I think that they are pretty apt, as well as the fact that Harmon, 6'5", 313, led the nation in pressure rate, had 55 pressures as well as 5 sacks. Like, he can certainly get after things. He was a major part of that Ducks defensive line, who's pretty damn good. With Birch as well as Jamari Caldwell out there too. So, I mean, we've been fancy with some of these mock drafts, but at a certain point, just get dudes, So I'm pretty happy with how things went. All right, so now that's actually a couple of 6. All right, so we got a 6, a 7th, as well as a 3rd, 91 from the Ravens. Now in the 3rd round, Jordan Phillips is there. I mean, I know it's sort of boring, but Tate Ratledge is that guy, right? So I know we've tried to change things up and get different types of players all up in here, but I mean it's tough. It's tough when there's so much value just staring at you straight in the face. But Ratledge come in right away, start at left guard. And, yeah, he will be switching sides because I don't think you want to mess with Will Fries at right guard and Ryan Kelly at center. They already have built-in chemistry and muscle memory. So Ratledge kicking over to left guard. He's 6'6", 320, absolute tone setter, 18 pressures, 2 sacks allowed in 3 seasons. Like, he is the best of the 3 Georgia interior offensive linemen between him, Wilson, as well as Fairchild. So Ratledge, welcome on in. So 2 starters in the trenches. Even though the Vikings are definitely freed up to go BPA, doing this is a lot of fun. So now, I kind of want Tez Johnson. I understand that the testing wasn't great, but seeing the product on the field, where is he small? Yes. Did he not test great? Yes. Can he get open and get buckets? Yes. Plus, he can certainly add in the return game. I mean, he had a punt return for a touchdown this season for the Ducks. He's got back-to-back 10 touchdown seasons, and it's not like he's gone up against small cornerbacks. All right, and I get that he's a wild card, but he's a lot of fun. He's a lot, and Tez does definitely fit that bill as a wide receiver 3, as well as special team dynamo as well. So Tez Johnson, welcome on in. Just say screw it, do it. We're changing things up now. Dylan Gabriel. So everyone knew that Dylan Gabriel's short, but he had a picture taken next to Justin Herbert, and Gabriel looks like Bruno Mars. It's just not great. All right, so now, I mean, we're freed up to do a lot of random things. Khalil Mullings. I mean, do we just get Mullings? Because, God, that'd be so much fun. Condra is there. Pat Bryant. Tyler Barron. Brendan Stool. Barrow as well. I mean, I kind of want I want a linebacker. Check out where the value is. Kobe. Lindenberg. Stutzman. I love Stutzman. Buchanan. Reed. We've liked a lot. Jalen Walker. All right. Maybe we'll grab one later. Maybe not. Who knows? Got a couple trade offers. 142. I mean, I'm not really pretty sanguine about whatever at this point. Can we get future third? Future fourth? No. Future 5? No. Future 6? Screw you. All right. So Riley Leonard is there. Riley, I mean, we could certainly double and triple down there. We could go secondary. Jarquez Hunter is there at running back 2. Huzzy, Etienne. I mean, do we just get like the random dudes? I mean, we certainly could. Stout, McLaughlin, Nick Nash, Donald Fortune. All right, so we are going to take the linebacker, Kobe King out of Penn State, 6'1", 236. Bit of a throwback, stout, solid linebacker. Plus, when Abdul Carter was doing his side quests and doing his Abdul Carter things, like Kobe was holding it down in the middle. 97 tackles, 3 sacks. I think at minimum he'd be a very good special teamers. Work his way up behind Cashman as well as Pace. Kind of like that one. So welcome on in, Kobe. Into the 6th round. So Tyler Shuck is going to be long gone. So again, we're just always ignoring him. But Kyle McCord is funny. So Kyle McCord originally was at The Ohio State University, and J.J. McCarthy grew up as a Buckeyes fan, which is weird since he went to Michigan. But the reason why he ended up going to Michigan, Ohio State's most hated rival, is that J.J. wanted to go to Ohio State. Ryan Day's like, I already got Kyle McCord. I got nothing for you. And then J.J. became Ohio State's number 1 villain. He never lost Ohio State. Had a perfect season, won a natty. All right. And McCord... So McCord was sort of run out of town and then, replaced by Will Howard at Ohio State. They won a national title. But McCord had himself a great season at Syracuse, man. Distributing him and Aranda Gatz in the second, doing some really good things. And I do think that the Vikings should look for a developmental quarterback 3. I mean, McCord's ceiling is pretty capped, but I think he certainly could turn into a viable backup quarterback and one that, if he has to hold down the fort, like, you wouldn't mind it. All right, and also just him backing up J.J. McCarthy, just endless amount of poop talking, which would be really good too. Then, all right, last 2 picks, 6th round, number 212. Could go a couple different directions. I still want a running back, and I know that we could just pile on as a priority UDFA, but I do want to get a dude. Cameron Jackson, God, he's a stud too, but we are going to try and change things up here. So it comes down to Jackson and Woody Marks. So I'm actually going to go with Woody, the pride of USC, formerly at Mississippi State. Go Bulldogs, 5'10", 215, and he's a mature runner. Like he's patient, he picks his spots well, sets up his blocks well. True 3-down player, 1,133 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns, 5.7 yards per carry, plus 47 catches for 321. And USC was in disarray this year. The whole Miller Moss thing, getting benched, and it's just like, yeah. But Woody Marks, I think that he's a damn solid running back. I think that he's huge value in the 6th round. Come on in. So you can develop Woody Marks as the running back 3 behind Jones as well as Jordan Mason, and then you're going to be good to go. Lastly, let's see a couple different directions here. I mean, we could. All right, so Weiss, the running mate with LB3 at Michigan, at Mizzou, could certainly be in there. Downs, you got Joshua Gray up there too. Hancock, Johnny Walker Jr. What do we want to do? I mean, we could double down Rocket Sanders. Aaron Smith I like from South Carolina State. Marcus Ware. I mean, Marcus Ware is busting heads, man. He's good, man. Now, I know that we haven't really checked the box at corner, so maybe we should do that. Even though this is true BPA, but I don't know. At this point, you're sort of whatever. But Tommy Hill out of Nebraska. So I like Tommy's game. Like, it definitely is a length and size specimen. A 6', 200. He's got length. Hasn't tested at the combine. Pro day is coming up. But career 10 passes broken up, 4 interceptions, 80.6 quarterback rating. Can be a plus special teamer as well. So Tommy Hill, welcome on in. You are a Minnesota Viking. So pretty happy with how this turned out. Of course I am, because this is my mock draft. This is my mock draft. There are many like it, but this one is mine. This is my mock draft. This is my gun. This is for fight, and this is for fun. Not really. Anyways, all right. So trade back with the Ravens. Got some nice Derek Harmon. Don't overthink it. And yeah, you're gonna. I think that Hargrave is going to be more of a rotational 3rd round guy or a 3rd down guy. Harmon can be your starter early on. Good against the run. Him and Jonathan Allen at the 5-tech spots. Harrison Phillips at the nose. Go get it. Ratledge, I think, could compete for the left guard spot. I know that Walter Rouse, Michael Juergens will be in that competition as well with Blake Brandel. Tez Johnson is probably the most controversial pick, but I just think that he would be so much fun. He brings basically all the elements that Rondale Moore was going to bring. They didn't sign him, but Tez Johnson, yeah, I know he's short. I know he's 165 pounds. I know that he didn't test great at the combine. I don't care. Like, your eyes can see what they can see. And he's just a ball of fun. He'll be a headache for all defensive coordinators every single weekend. It's going to be good. Kobe King, a rock-solid linebacker, tackle machine. I like it. Kyle McCord, developmental quarterback 3. Woody Marks as a nice running back 3, a bit of a 3-down player. And I don't want to say it's like his game is like Cam Akers, but it's adjacent, sure. And then also Tommy Hill, size and length on the outside. Because I feel like when you're throwing a dart late round corners, you either want size or you want speed. All right, and Tommy Hill does have that size. Speed-wise, checks the boxes, but should be good to go there. But that's it. That's at a 7th round of Vikings mock draft on this beautiful Wednesday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.